Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, we needed to hear this information. We needed to hear it. Now, I'm not saying it's official. However, we needed to hear it, at least. If you haven't done so already, I encourage you to please subscribe to this channel. Become a subscriber. Be a part of the Roll the Tape family. If you are already subscribed, join the channel. Become a member of the channel. Click on the join button. Become a member of the channel. Elevate to be a supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew. And of course, you can cash at me. $ Manager Marty. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Now, enough with the hugs, handshakes, and Valentine's Day cards. According to reports that have been spearheaded by Mike Coppinger, Gervonta Davis, a.k.a. Tank, and Lamont Roach Jr. will compete in a rematch on August the 16th of 2025. Now, the reason why I say we needed to at least hear it is because I have not seen or heard anything from PBC, from promoter Tom Brown of TGB Promotions. I haven't heard anything from the publicist that PBC hires. I haven't heard anything from Sam Watson. I haven't seen anything on social media from PBC and their social media handles. Haven't heard anything or seen anything from Gervonta Davis. Nor did I hear or see anything from Lamont Roach Jr. to confirm that August 16th is the date that they will rematch. And that's when I personally and professionally speaking will actually believe it. Now, the fact that we are hearing about it through multiple reports, obviously it's all over the boxing community, to the media, that Lamont Roach Jr. will finally get the rematch that he wants. We already know what took place in the first fight between Tank and Lamont Roach Jr. Very, very controversial fight. Not just inside of the ring, but also outside of the ring on the judges' scorecards. Now, inside of the ring, of course, we know the most talked about event that really occurred inside of the actual ring is Gervonta Davis, Tank, we call him Tank. Tank voluntarily took a knee in the fight, not because a punch landed a second or two before he took the knee. And I'm talking about the left hook that was thrown by Lamont Roach. On camera, it looks like Lamont Roach actually hit him and landed the punch. But if you go back and you look at it and rewind it and slow it down, you will see that Lamont Roach did not land that punch as Tank turned his head. Bottom line is, Tank took a knee voluntarily. The ref looked befuddled. The referee looked befuddled. Even he didn't know what was going on. The referee called time. This is something that no one else brought up. No one else. You ain't going to find that nowhere else. I promise you, you won't find that piece of information anywhere else. But you heard it from me, and I'm glad you're here. And I spoke on this live the day after the fight, when I did a live broadcast on the analysis of the post fight. And basically what I'm saying is the referee called time. He did a hand gesture that signified to the timekeeper and the supervisor time. Stop the clock. And in an official knockdown, the clock doesn't stop. So I knew, based on my experience and training as a referee and judge, I knew that on the scorecards, it wouldn't be considered a knockdown. I knew that already based on the referee calling time. But Tank Davis took a knee voluntarily. The referee called time. Tank gets back up, goes to his corner, instructs his cornermen, the trainers, to obviously wipe something from his face. And of course, his trainer, Calvin Ford, walked up the steps halfway and wiped Tank's face, and Tank wanted to resume in the fight. In between that time span, the referee began to count, and then he stopped his own count. He did admonish Tank verbally and then allowed the fight to resume. That's what happened inside the ring that caused controversy. Outside of the ring that caused controversy was the judges' scorecards. The fight was officially ruled a draw. Neither Tank Davis won, nor did Lamont Roach win. And I'm talking about officially. But fans that were there live and even watching the live stream, they were stunned. Most people were stunned. Lamont Roach was even stunned. I mean, some people believe that Tank lost. Some people think that Lamont Roach won the actual fight. And so I said all that to say that just the mere fact that as boxing fans and the boxing community, media as well, just the mere fact that we're hearing about this rematch actually taking place is enough to galvanize the boxing community to get excited and anticipate and get our hard-earned money saved up to either go to the fight live in person or even watch the live stream through pay-per-view and make sure that we are available to invest our time and resources and money, of course, to pay to see this fight. And I'm excited about just hearing about it, whether it's officially happening in August or September or not. Just the mere fact that I'm hearing about it, I'm excited about it. And I'll tell you why. I said this the day after the fight on my live broadcast. And I'm going to say it again. I don't want to see Tank Davis fight anyone else except for Lamont Roach. I'm talking about an immediate rematch. Now, of course, in the contract, let's be clear on this. Tank Davis did not officially lose on the scorecards. So technically speaking, he still holds the title and he still have the leverage that he doesn't have to acquiesce to a rematch with Lamont Roach, because the contract says that if Tank loses to Lamont Roach officially, then Lamont Roach will have to give Tank Davis a rematch. But that wasn't the case. And so now we are here. And this is why I speak on immediate rematches, because the fan base, even the casual fan base, the targeted demographic, anticipate immediate rematches, especially when there's controversy surrounding it. This is why I said I believe that Ryan Garcia should have fought Devin Haney in an immediate rematch. I said that before it was even announced that Ryan Garcia was going to fight Rolly Romero and Devin Haney was going to fight Jose Ramirez. This is why, because when controversy is surrounding a fight, and I'm talking about the history of boxing, we've seen this movie play out time and time again, it galvanizes casual boxing fans to want to see the fight again. It galvanizes hardcore fans to want to see the fight again. The controversy is what really, really give the fighting public that desire to go all out to support the event. And that's why this news that we are just hearing is good enough for right now. We'll talk about the accuracy of the information later. But y'all already know how I am. The official people involved behind the scenes, they are the ones that have to confirm it for me to believe. I'm referring to the actual date itself. But other than that, this is enough to get the ball rolling, to prepare each and every boxing fan to get ready for the rematch. I don't want to see Tank Davis fight anyone else except for Lamont Roach Jr., and I don't want to see Lamont Roach Jr. fight anyone else except for Tank Davis. And I told you all before, I had the tape, and you know I will play it to roll the tape on myself. I believe in the rematch that we will have a more decisive winner. And I think the rematch is good for both fighters. And I also equally believe that the rematch is good for the boxing community. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.